Hey fellas, thanks for tuning into my channel again. For those of you that don't know me directly, I think most of you do, but for those of you maybe tuning in who don't know me, my name is Mark, and yeah, by God's grace, I'm fronting up this ministry called Man Aware, and yeah, thank you for tuning into my channel today. I put out a little teaser earlier on, one of these little shorts, they call it, on YouTube, talking about the fact that I'm going to be doing another video post today. And it's about making the most of things, you know. I'm able to spend a bit of time with my daughter at the moment. She's on school holidays, and I'm able to really make the most of my time with her. We went out and had a good morning together. So it's nice to make the most of that time. I want to talk to you today, as I say, about that subject, and I want to give you a bit of context and a little bit of background as to where these kind of thoughts came into my thinking. I use the app YouVersion. YouVersion, for those of you who don't know it, it's a Bible app. You can get your translation of the Bible on it. Most translations, I think, are on it in different languages. There's devotionals on it. There's all sorts of stuff. It's really quite cool. But anyway, I use it each day. And the verse of the day on YouVersion is from Philippians chapter 4, verse 9. And I'm going to read it for you. What you have learned and received and heard and seen in me, practice these things, and the God of peace will be with you. Now, I know this is my second post speaking about verses that God is using to speak into my life. And I know that not everybody that's tuning in, I know that you're not all Christians. We're all on a journey, eh? I was 28 when I got saved, so I've not always been walking with the Lord. We're all on a journey. But I ask you to stick with me, stay with me on this one, because I think this is just as applicable to people who don't choose to follow Jesus or don't choose to follow God in the same way that I understand him, and those that do. So yeah, please stick with me. I think we get an opportunity to learn a lot in life. Yeah, living in the world that we do today, we get plenty of opportunities to learn all kinds of things in life. If you're watching this on YouTube, chances are you're tuning into YouTube to learn things, to think about how to improve your life, and so on and so forth. If you look at the hashtags that I've attached to this video, one of them's hashtag men's ministry. If you tap on that, it's going to take you to a whole load of teaching that people have uploaded on men's ministry. If you did a search on how to improve my life, or any such subject like that, you're going to come up with loads and loads of videos, because there is so much teaching out there that we've got access to nowadays. And I think it's really fantastic to have that kind of access. I think back to when I was a young man, when I was a child. I can remember the very first mobile phone when they first came into the world, mobile phones. I think some of the younger generation today have never known a life where they didn't have mobile phones. But all the technology we've got today is absolutely fantastic in the sense that it brings so much into our lives. It comes with its own dangers, I'm not going to deny that, but that's not the focus of this video. I'm talking about the things that we can learn, the things that we can feed our souls on. In my last post, I talked about guarding ourselves from things that are having a negative effect upon our souls. Yeah, we need to protect ourselves from that stuff, but at the same time, not completely avoid living a bubble and completely avoid engaging in the world around us. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is there's lots of opportunities to learn so much. And maybe you're like me. I've always got my headphones in and I'm listening to even an Audible book, or I'm listening into teaching on YouTube. I'm just filling myself up with so much stuff. I never used to be like this, but I kind of I think it was around about my 50th birthday. I kind of went on a voyage of discovery, if you will, and I kind of realised that there's so much about life that I don't understand, and it's kind of given me a thirst to learn more stuff. Maybe you're in a similar sort of boat as me. Maybe you're in that place where you're just filling yourself up with so much stuff. I want to ask you the question, what are you doing with that stuff? What are you doing with that stuff? In this verse it says, what you have learned and received and heard. So the things that you've learned, the things that you've received and heard. Yeah, to receive, it's not just a surface thing. You have to kind of take it into your life, the things that you've received and the things that you've heard and the things that you've seen in me. Practice these things and the God of peace will be with you. So what I'm getting at is that the things that we can learn in life, if we're not practicing them, if we're not making the most of them, if we're not getting the most out of them, are we just wasting our time? And I'm challenging myself with this because I'll be honest with you, I listen to so much stuff and I watch so much stuff. Some of it just goes over my head. Some of it doesn't really feed my soul. Some of it just goes over my head because it's just so much stuff. And I think I need to kind of not stop listening to this stuff, but I need to just kind of have that antenna up and just pick up on the things that really speak into my life today, really speak into where I'm at today, and then really run with that stuff. Put this stuff into practice. Set myself the challenge of actually putting this stuff into practice. And that's why I say this verse is relevant to believers and non-believers. We're all kind of, I think, trying to find our way through life. And a lot of us are trying to learn how to make life work. But we can get so overwhelmed with the vastness of what's out there that we actually miss the really important messages that are for us and where we're at in our time of life. So I want to ask you, what are you doing to make use of the stuff that you've been blessed with? How are you making the most of the stuff that you've been blessed with? So there's the challenge and there's the question. But I want to also give you just an idea really, I guess, on how we can begin to make the most of things. I think for me, I've already said, we need to really have the antenna up and kind of pick up on the things that really speak into our lives, or speak into my life. And if I can go into the day thinking, okay, I'm going to work on this one thing today and really get the most out of it, really apply myself to it. I know there's lots of stuff running around in my head, lots of ideas, but maybe I'll just put them in the notepad, put them on the shelf for now, and I'll explore them on another day. But today I'm going to really focus on this. I've been doing a lot of this GTD stuff, getting things done, reading David Allen's book, because I want to organise my life in a way that I can be as productive as possible. And a lot of that stuff's really speaking to me at the moment. So I want to really focus on how can I make that work in my life. And when we put the effort into maybe one or two things that we're learning, I think when we get to the other side of it, we feel that sense of satisfaction, that sense of that we've achieved something, that we've conquered a goal or something, from a Christian perspective, that verse from Philippians ends with, and the God of peace will be with you. When you're putting the stuff into practice that God is feeding your life with, and you're actually not just seeing it and hearing it, but you're actually practicing the stuff, the God of peace will be with us. I want the God of peace with me all the time. I want to feel his peace, and I think that when we achieve these things, when we maybe focus on one or two things and we really learn from it and it really impacts our lives, we really feed our souls with it, there's a sense of satisfaction, but there's also a sense of peace. I've not wasted today. I've not wasted all of the stuff that God has made available to me. I'm in recovery from different addictions, and I've got a Christian version of the sobriety prayer that I pray every day. And part of it is, Lord, keep me from evil and help me to feed myself on good things, to fill my heart with good things. And that's what I want to do. I want to learn, I want to take on board maybe one or two things and feed my heart on that stuff and avoid the evil at the same time. And then I believe that I'm going to have that sense of peace, that sense of satisfaction when I put this stuff into practice. Anyway, guys, just a few thoughts again, stuff that I'm working out in my life. I hope it's speaking into your life. I hope it encourages you. And if you want to speak to me further on this stuff, you can direct message me. But for now, I'm going to sign off and I will speak to you again soon. Thanks for tuning in. Bless you guys.